Hello and welcome to Figure Skating Mass. Guess who saw the women's free skate live at Europeans? This girl. And it was so wonderful to see some of my favorite skaters live and succeed, and to be a part of such an amazing crowd that truly enhanced every moment, especially when someone succeeded. You could feel it tangible in the atmosphere. So it really brought everything to another level. But without any further ado, let's begin with our European champion of 2023, Anastasiia Gubanova, who completely broke down on the ice after her free skate, realizing that she probably had done enough to win a gold medal. And it was such beautiful scenes. And she had been so nervous before the free skate because she was in the lead after the short, and you could see on the warm-up that she didn't look confident really. You could see that she was taken by the moment and nervous, so I was really impressed that she had a clean skate, kept it together, and it must have been such a relief and otherworldly experience for her to nail that free skate with all of those nerves and knowing what was at stake. And she was so sweet because she stayed afterwards writing autographs, taking pictures with young fans, to the point that the staff almost had to drag her out from the arena because ice dance was coming up next and they needed to prepare for that. So unfortunately I didn't get an autograph. I was this close though, but I did get this picture. Which, unfortunately, I am in the majority of the shot, while the point of this shot is Anastasiia, who is very tiny here, but we are in the same picture, me and Anastasiia, even though she probably doesn't know it, but I am very proud of this picture. I'm very proud that I stayed behind and got it. And the other person there is an amazing British fan who I talked to, who was really nice. But yeah, she seems like a really sweet person, and she's gorgeous too. Like, I know that has nothing to do with the sport, but she's such a classical beauty. Although I'm not a big fan of her free program, the music choice is very weird. First of all, she's a very classical, nice, soft, tender skater, while this sounds like an alarm bell. It gives me a headache, and they clash. Like, Anastasiia and this music doesn't fit. It's also been some discussion of, is this cultural appropriation, since she is ethnically Russian and this is Indian music, and from what I know she doesn't have any Indian ethnicity. Although you never know, but it had been some discussion of that. Was this inappropriate? I personally don't know. I'm not from India, so I don't know how you would feel watching that program. Although I did see someone from India who lives in the States write that they personally didn't feel it was offensive, and they often like when someone appreciates Indian culture and do something to honor it. Although she also thought that it maybe wasn't the best program. I thought that was an interesting take. I might do a whole video on cultural appropriation in figure skating if you guys are interested. I think it's a very good topic to discuss because it's very nuanced, so it's a lot to unravel there. But so I didn't like her free program, mainly because I found the music very annoying, but luckily enough her short program is breathtaking. It's so beautiful, one of my favorites this year. So just watch the short program on repeat instead and ignore the free. I'm also very pleased to see that Anastasiia is finally getting the PCS score she deserves. She was criminally underscored last season, and I even thought that in the short program she deserved even higher PCS, but that might be something that she can get now, because winning a title usually gives a skater a boost, and I'm so pleased that she won, because she was one of the skaters I really rooted for to win a medal here. She has never done it before, and now she's the European gold medalist. Of course, there was also the controversy around the fact that she is born and raised in Russia. She currently trains there, but she has represented Georgia for a couple of years. And we all know that Russia is banned from sport, so that Russia still won, but I personally think it's absolutely a correct decision to let her be there, because the reason Russia is banned is because, quite frankly, it's a war tactic, because Putin cares about sports, and because the Putin and the Russian states sponsors the figure skaters and give them special benefits when they win and so on, and they're also having the Russian flag, so it really a lot about nationality and national pride. While Anastasiia winning this doesn't give any glory to Russia, it gives it to Georgia, and she's also not sponsored by the state, and she doesn't get any special benefit from the state by winning this title. So I think I'm very happy that she could be here, and she must be really satisfied with the decision of switching federations a couple of years ago, with keeping in mind the current events of the world. But let's move over to the gal in second place, Loena Hendrickx, and she wasn't satisfied at all. She was furious after the free skate, which is understandable. She fell twice, and she came into this championship as the clear favorite, being the vice world champion, truly, like winning a silver medal at Worlds. That's huge. So she had a lot of pressure, and she also must have known that this might be her biggest chance of winning a gold at Europeans with the Russian goal. Like, this is the first real chance she has had winning a big title, and maybe that sort of pressure got to her. It was really sad to see her falling, because she began the skate so good. Despite the falls, she still managed to come in second place, which was a bit controversial. Some people argue that Loena was overscored. Personally, I think Loena was scored correctly. I think she really deserves high PCS, but the issue is more that some other skaters that also deserves high PCS were underscored, and thus there became this unrealistic margin between them. And I'm mainly talking about Ekaterina Kurakova here, who I will talk about later in this video, but Loena, she truly deserves high artistic points. I even think in the short she could have gotten like even higher than she got. And something I noticed watching this live is that Loena takes the ice like nobody else. She commands the ice when she's out there. She's the queen of the ice, and no one takes up space like her with her speed and posture and arm movement. So, and that is something I've never noticed when I watched it on TV, but was something that came very evident in the arenas. I think it's, when I saw her, I was like, yeah, obviously she deserves high PCS score, because she has this magical, I don't know, thing about her that demands you to give her high PCS scores, basically. Let's move on to the girl in third place, who truly was the surprise of the event, Kimmy Repond from Switzerland. She's 16 years old, and many people didn't even know about her coming into this event. I noticed her first at Junior Worlds last year, where she came 7th, and I remember I thought, oh, she could become something. She had this nice musicality and could do triples, and in this season she has been on the Junior Grand Prix doing well, and also taken 2 medals at senior challenges. So coming into this event, I thought that she might be someone who could be a surprise medalist if she skated at the top of her level, and some of the bigger, more experienced names did mistakes. But I didn't expect still her to skate this well. She began with a almost flawless short program, winning a small medal there, and then she managed to go on the ice at the free program, being in third place and nailing her free skate. She must have nerves of deal, like to perform 2 back-to-back clean programs. She's 16, her first European Championships, like it was such a moment for her, and she also completely broke down afterwards, and it was just amazing to be there and witness like a star being born truly, and she can really go far, I think, because she has, you know, triples, natural musicality, so if she can develop that, stay injury free and work on her knee bend, have some more of that Japanese soft knees, she can be unstoppable. And let me tell you, this girl has a lot going on. She's also a model, which is understandable because she's gorgeous. Like this girl, she's got good genes. Let's move on to the women in 4th place. Here we find Ekaterina Kurakova, my darling Katya, who came in the worst spot ever, 4th place. No one wants to place there. And in the short program, she only did a triple-double and had an under-rotation triple loop, so she was only 5th after that. But in the free, she was almost flawless. It was so beautiful, and watching it live, I had some tears in my eyes at the end because, as you can tell, I love her. She was also one of the skaters I really wanted to take a medal at this event, and after that skate I knew that yes, it is possible for her to do so. But then Loena came, and I think it's fair that Katya got 4th overall, but I do think that Katya should have won a small medal for her free skate. Loena beat her with half a point. And when you compare the skating, like Katya should definitely have been before her. Loena had 2 fulls. She had an under-rotated lutz, a downgraded triple flip. That was repetition because she had done it before, and she also only had 2 instead of 3 combinations. While Katya had a clean skate with difficult jumps. She did a triple lutz or a triple flip, which I do believe was the highest scoring combination of the event. It's a combination that no one else is doing in women's single right now, so really impressive, and her only mistake was an under-rotated triple lutz. Really. And still Loena beat her with half a point because she got 5 more points in PCS, which is just ridiculous because Katya is such a wonderful artist. She has a theatre going on the ice when she skates, and she's nice skating skills, and there shouldn't really be that much of a margin between them, especially in a skate where Loena falls, which we know does bring down the PCS score. So I was pissed when I saw that scoring because my girl Katya deserved a medal, and I got even more mad at Katya herself afterwards when I realized that she 1 week before Europeans competed at the University Games. And she said that she was very tired after that, and no shit, Sherlock, of course you're tired, but why compete 1 week before Europeans where you are one of the strongest medal candidates? I don't get it. So yeah, I'm a bit mad that she didn't get a small medal and that she was so unstrategic of competing 1 week before Europeans. Like, why are you doing that? But otherwise it was really wonderful to see a skate, such a beautiful program in the free. Let's move on to the girl in 5th place. Here we have another surprise, Niina Pinzaronne from Belgium. Yes, 2 girls from Belgium in the top 5. Who would have thought that? That is wild. Like, Belgium is up and coming. And I was really surprised by her because she has been, first of all, she's really young. She's only 16 and mainly been on the junior circuit before. And this season she's also been injured, so I didn't think she was gonna do this good, but she did. She delivered 2 clean programs, and I especially enjoyed her free. She also had a really nice green dress. I love the color and yeah, cool and fun for Belgium. In 6th place we find another Niina Petrõkina from Estonia, who had a bit of trouble in the short but came back with a beautiful free, and yeah, I'm happy for her, another skater I like. Then we have Janna Jyrkinen from Finland in 7th place. And dear Lord, how the Finnish crowd roared when she stepped onto the ice. She had a crazy support out there, and I was thrilled to see that she only did like one mistake. She had one fall, otherwise a clean skate. And because she's only 15, and it must have been such a pressure to skate at your first big championships for your home crowd. And in addition to that, she was the only Finnish girl competing, so she like bore all of the country's expectation on her tiny 15-year-old shoulders, and she managed to do really well, so it was really wonderful for her to do such a great fast senior big competition. In 8th place we have Lara Naki Gutman, who had many bad landings in a short but a spectacular free. I really like her free skate. She's like a crow. I like the vibe of it. And then in 10th place we have Nicole Schott, who unfortunately had a bad European. She fell twice in the short program, and then in the free she didn't fall at least, but she had many doubles and triples, and it was really sad because she was one of the skaters who actually could have taken a medal here. She was one of the medal candidates, not the biggest, but she definitely was like in the mix up there. The last skater I want to mention is of course Sweden's Josefin Taljegård, who also had a bad Europeans. She fell once in the short and twice in the free, but still gave the crowd an amazing show. She's like the best at, you know, entertaining the crowds. It was really nice to see her live, and I was there with waving my little Swedish flag. While editing this video, I realized that I completely forgot to mention Olga Mikutina, who actually came 4th in the short program, only 1 point from 3rd place. Personally, I believe that she actually deserved a small bronze medal for her short program. I think she was underscored for her PCS. I mean, that music is so unique, and she completely embodies that weird, creepy vibe of the music, and she hits every note with her choreography. Unfortunately, she had a terrible free skate. She fell multiple times. It was just horrible and heartbreaking to watch, and she ended up only in 12th place overall. But that was everything for today's video. What did you think about these Europeans? What were the highlights, and did you think the medals was well deserved? Personally, my highlights was when Kimmy and Anastasiia finished their free skates and they realized they had done enough to win medals. That was just such wonderful moments, and overall I think the medals was well deserved, at least the big ones. As I mentioned before, I think that personally Olga deserved a small bronze medal for her short program, and Katya a small bronze medal for her free skate. But otherwise, such a wonderful competition, and you'll see me soon in another video where we'll be discussing 4 continents. Bye!